Will deal moving.
Will deal moving?
Will, like WILL. Will. Will deal moving. I
Yeah.
also work for other companies as well, though.
You know why I knew you didn't graduate? Against Sterling Joseph Wright, 25W84088 and B, and also 25F244059. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Your name? Muted. I can't hear him.
Good
Your name?
morning, Judge Sterling Wright.
All right, officer, your name?
Officer Porter.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to take your hat off, if you would, Mr. Westmoreland. Your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Corey Westmoreland, appearing on behalf of Mr. Wright.
We have a charge here of disorderly person public intox and minor in possession from November 22nd. He was in front of me on December 11th. The case that he was in here on November 22, he didn't show up for on December 17th. And he also has an open intox. Where's he been?
Your Honor, he's currently living down on the road and he didn't have,
All right. I see. Where was he picked up at, officer?
in Flat Rock. That I'm not sure. I believe his parents' address is in Flat Rock. So,
Right. You didn't graduate, did you, son?
No, I did not graduate from high school. No.
I can't hear you.
No, I did not graduate.
You're not in high school anymore.
No, I'm not in high school anymore.
Are you working?
Yes.
Where?
In Flat Rock. I move furniture.
For who?
Work for a moving company.
Which one?
Will deal moving.
Will deal moving?
Will, like WILL. Will. Will deal moving.
This is already a bad start. Missing court is one of the fastest ways to lose a judge's patience, and stacking that with an open case, that's a recipe for serious consequences. Let me ask you this. Do you think this defendant understands how deep he's in right now, or is he still taking this lightly?
Yeah.
I also work for other companies as well, though.
You know why I knew you didn't graduate?
How'd you know that?
Because when you act this irresponsible, there's no way you get through high school. No way. How many hours do you work per week?
Maybe around 40.
Maybe around 40. How much do you make per hour?
$20.
You make $800 a week. That's pretty good. Is that how much you make per week?
Somewhere around there.
Why isn't he showing up, besides the fact that he didn't have a ride, even though his parents live in Flat Rock and he works out of Flat Rock? That's just an excuse, isn't it, Mr. Wright?
Absolutely not.
Oh, it's not an excuse? Well, then we're going to make sure you got a ride to court. How's that? I'll make sure you have a ride to court. And they can take you over from the Flat Rock Police Department when I get ready to handle this, okay? And then you're going to have to post a high bond. So, you know, don't tell your lawyer things that are not true. Okay?
Yeah, I think he acknowledges, and he meant to say it's not a good excuse, but he understands. After I spoke with him, he does understand the importance of the hearing and making sure he clears all his matters.
So he's got a November 22 minor in possession. He must have a prior minor in possession, right? Yeah, that's what that says on the ticket. That's why they charged it as a misdemeanor. So you have that case. Give me 1 second, if you would, please. You've been in front of me before. I remember you. You know what? You have been, right?
Think so.
In fact, you were
I
in
know.
front of me at the Flat Rock Police Department, sitting there just as you are now, right?
No, I don't think that was it. I think I had came in to come see.
You'd come to Flat Rock, or you came to the court?
No,
Wow, that right there is brutal. The judge isn't just addressing the case anymore. He's calling out a pattern of behavior. In court, responsibility matters more than excuses. And right now, the judge is making it clear he sees a pattern, not a one-time mistake. But here's the real question. Does calling someone out like this actually push them to change, or does it make things worse?
I came to the courtroom to see. I was in court when I see.
You gonna grow up, or you gonna act like this your whole life?
No, I'm really ready to figure this out and make it to where I don't got these warrants and I don't have all these fines, and we can just put it on one accord to where I can just boom, boom, boom and knock everything down, and just instead of having warrants here and being, and keep going through this process.
Yeah,
It's not.
Yeah, well, you're bringing this on yourself.
Well, I wasn't sure about a warrant. Like, I didn't know how that worked really. I wasn't knowing. You feel me?
Do you stand mute
So
and wait for formal reading on the failure to pay, which is 25R514323?
That's correct, John.
listen, you don't know. We good.
You missed too many times here, son. John, you're gonna have to go over there. We're gonna have to do a screening as I ordered quite some time ago. So here's what I'm doing. Anything else, Mr. Westmoreland?
Not at this time, Judge.
Well, I'll give you an early court date. I'll do that because I want to be a lot more fair with you than you have been with us. Okay?
Okay.
Is that all right with you, or?
Yes, yeah.
Keep doing this. I don't get it. You've missed court 4 or 5 times here. 1,510% on 25F244059. We're going to need a screening and assessment and probation, John, to get on to do screening on 25F244059. You have 210. I'm entering a not guilty plea on 25R514323. That'll be $100 cash. I will set that for January the 29th, and that will be at 9:15. And then on Judge Hessen's cases, you have an open intox and you have a minor in possession. 1,010% on that. No contact with prosecution witnesses, no alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. Do you understand all that? And that's on both the open intox and the MIP. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that'll be on January 29th at 9:45, the pretrial on that. So you got a contempt hearing in front of me, a sentencing in front of me, and then you've got pretrials in front of Judge Hessen on the 29th, and again, that will be at 9:45. Okay? You cannot leave the state. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. You need to get to court on time, sir. Okay? Don't be late. We understand one another?
Yes.
Thanks.
His probation need to zoom in.
And we're going to give you, yes, probation needs to zoom in with him, officer. So if you'll just bear with us and we'll get you, tell